Okay, what's the name of this podcast today? Chicken on a Stick?
No one wants to listen to a podcast called Chicken on a Stick.
Are you sure? I think people want to listen to a podcast called Chicken on a Stick.
Nah, I think we should call it Zebs.
It's Sebs, you idiot.
I said Zebs.
No, you said Zebs.
Zebs. Oh, sorry. I sound different to the average Joe, and it's like I've said it wrong.
We should leave this in.
Yeah, whatever. Start the show.
Welcome to Pete and Hannah's Watch List. I'm your host, Pete Mitchell. I'm here with my great co-host, Hannah.
Hello, people.
Hannah, we are here today for AFI Redux, where we continue to try to find the ultimate AFI list of the greatest movies of all time produced in America from American money.
Yeah, America.
America. Okay, Hannah, your choice this week. What are we choosing for the viewers to listen to us talk about today?
I have brought us La La Land.
Oh, La La Land.
A
Hannah,
2016, directed by Damien Chazelle movie.
have you seen this movie before?
Yes, I have. Have you?
You have.
Yes.
I have seen this movie many times. It's one of those movies we saw multiple times at the cinemas and multiple times since. You've also seen the
Live in concert.
Live in concert. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. And you got the hat. Sebs. Directed by Damien Chazelle, written by Damien Chazelle, produced by Fred Berger, Jordan Horowitz, Gary Gilbert, Mark Platt.
Yes.
Gave us the Wicked films and also Wicked stage show. Also, Fast and Furious.
I was going to say, has a
has
son
a
named Ben Platt, yes.
Nepo baby. Linus Sengren. We'll go through his filmography. Great. And the movies he's got coming up as well. Edited by Tom Cross, long-term collaborator of Damien Chazelle. Music by Justin Horowitz. Also by Pask and Paul, which have done great things such as The Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Production companies are Summit Entertainment. You might know them from movies such as Twilight. Marklight Productions, Gilbert Films, also Imposter Films, distributed by Lionsgate, who gave us such films as Twilight and John Wick. Release date was of the Venice Film Festival, August 31st, 2016, and a wide release of December 9, 2016. Goes runtime 128 minutes. Budget was $30 million, and it made high 400 million, 500, so pretty good. Hannah, 2016.
Tell me about it.
I'm just going to do some talk about some movies that were on the list. Probably not in the top 10 though.
What was that? What was the vibe of that year? Tell us. How are we in movies?
Sausage Party made $140 million as an animated film.
Forgot that existed. Yep, that was great. Not.
That's a vibe.
I saw the movie Dirty Grandpa. I saw that existed in that year.
Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. I think you tricked me into going in that.
No, I didn't. No, not that one. But yes,
I think we did see that movie in the cinemas.
I know you definitely saw Dirty Grandpa.
The Nice Guys.
Oh, what a lovely film.
Yep. Fences, Hail Caesar. Zoolander 2.
Yes, a sequel no one asked for.
Best Picture winner, Moonlight, all the way down at 76 of the day. Number 36, Sully.
Wow.
Number 32, Passengers. That's a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Now You See Me Too. The Great Wall, starring Matt Damon.
And Pedro Pascal.
Trolls movie.
The Angry Birds movie, which may or may not have destroyed Nice Guys, yes.
La La Land is at 17.
Yeah, wow.
And then listen to the top 10. This is all... actually, we'll go top 12.
All right, tell me top 12.
Moana.
A great movie. Yep. Maybe getting a recent remake. Wow.
That's why we're doing this movie today. Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Suicide Squad.
No.
That was a good trailer. Deadpool.
Loved it.
Fantastic Beasts and Where They Find Them.
Downfall. Continue.
Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. What a year for cinema. The Secret Lives of Pets.
Yep. Elimination.
The Jungle Book.
The remake? Yep.
Yep.
The live
Live
action.
action, yep. Zootopia.
Yep. Wow.
Disney just... Look at
Disney
the
were on a... They
top,
could do no
top
wrong.
5 movies, Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finding Dory at 3. Mm-hmm. Rogue One at 2.
Yep. Wow.
And Captain America Civil War at number 1.
It makes you go, wow, Rogue One was actually... Yeah. We give a lot of flack now, but
Well,
people
you do.
saw it. I know I do. No, other people do too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Disney cleaned up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Elevator pitch. We are set in the great Los Angeles, California, Hollywood, La La Land. And it is boy meets girl. Seb meets Mia. Seb is a jazz enthusiast.
Yeah. Struggling.
And Mia is a wannabe actress. Is it wannabe? Is
Yeah.
that unfair?
Nope. That makes sense.
But she's a barista. She's a barista.
Yep.
Is she? She's a barista?
Yep.
Seb wants to open a jazz club, and Mia wants to be a star. That is the elevator pitch for La La Land. Wow.
Yeah.
Classic Hollywood right there. Love it. You know, this movie was the first movie that Damien Chazelle wanted to make. He was talking with his college friend at Harvard. He went to Harvard University, Justin Horowitz, who ended up doing the score for this movie. And he said, okay, this is the story that I want. I want to do a movie set in Los Angeles. Guy wants to be a jazz star, and he meets that actress. And it's 2 people following their dream set in LA. And Justin Horowitz goes, yeah, sounds good. Well, let's work on it. They got 2 people to back their idea. So they really had the thought of Jacques Demy's The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. Mm-hmm. Also, movies such as A Man with a Movie Camera in 1929. So it paid tribute to cities, and they wanted to pay tribute to LA and Los Angeles. Other classics that he used in the script were Broadway Melody of 1940, Singing in the Rain, Bandwagon, American Paris, all the things that he wanted to do. But when they took the idea to producers, Fred Berger and Jordan Horowitz, they brought Focus Features on board, but to get the money that they needed to make the movie, they had to make alterations. They wanted to make the jazz pianist into a rock musician, and then they wanted to alter the ending and make it not bittersweet, make them get together in the end.
Oh.
So they decided to scrap the project. And then Chazelle worked on a short movie called Whiplash. Then he turned that into a feature length. It got nominated for Best Picture. Then he had enough money to go and get La La Land made.
The way he
brought
wanted.
Mark Platt on board. Mark Platt took it to Summit and also Lionsgate as a distribution hub. Got $30 million. And they really worked on getting that budget up to $30 million so they could do a big musical. And that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
That is, that's what it needed.
It's
pretty cool that,
yeah.
through Whiplash, it was it was a little hit for him.
Yeah.
Because people took notice.
Okay, this is the first time we've had a chance to talk about Ryan Gosling on this AFI Redux, and he plays Seb.
Yep.
Emma Stone plays Amelia, which is Mia. John Legend plays Keith. J.K. Simmons plays Bill. Rosamund DeWitt plays Seb's sister. There's a person in this movie, the great Tom Everett Scott. He was Shades in That Thing You Do. Great movie. Great movie. Sonia Mazzano, who plays Caitlin, one of Mia's roommates, is in House of the Dragon.
Yeah, that's cool.
We've been watching that and watching House of the Dragon. Then we end up watching this movie after House of the Dragon episode, and we go, oh, she's in House of the Dragon. So yeah, that's a really cool cast. Casting what ifs. Ryan Gosling wasn't the first choice. Miles Teller was after.
Yeah, Whiplash. Yeah.
Different movie, isn't it?
I see that.
Emma Stone wasn't the first choice. The first choice was Emma Watson. Emma Watson had to pull out because she was in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Funny story. Ryan Gosling turned down Beauty and the Beast and chose this instead. I don't know if that's true, but it's good for the story.
It's good for the story, and also let's leave that Beauty and the Beast adaptation in the dust where it should belong. Buried.
Yeah. Emma Stone loved the idea of this movie because it reminded her of like the Charlie Chaplin romantic comedy City Lights, which covered on AFI.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling, huge fan of the Fred Astaire movies, also
course.
Gene Kelly movies. So yeah, it's
Like they had a love for old cinema, which this movie brings out that kind of love of the old Hollywood musical movies. Like it's just a love affair of it.
there's a couple of changes to the script that they made. Originally, Seb was supposed to be a jazz pianist, that he wanted to make it big as a jazz pianist. But Ryan Gosling said, no, let's make him want to own a club.
Yeah.
And
I think that's
a good change.
That's a good change.
Yeah.
It makes him more realistic to his character because his character's not a dreamer. So him having like, I want to own a club and it be a certain way makes, total sense.
So what the idea of putting Gosling and Emma Stone together was because they've already done two movies before this. They had done Gangster Squad, I think 2 years prior, which is like old school Hollywood gangster movie. Mickey Cohn, star-crossed lovers sort of thing. And then before that was Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah, that's the one I know. Yeah.
Yeah, which they were quite good in that. Gangster Squad, Sean Penn plays Mickey Cohn. And so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right.
So they wanted that offbeat humor that they had shown in the previous two movies and also sort of like the chemistry. He was thinking, Katharine Hepburn, Spencer Tracy, Fred and Ginger, Bogey McCall, that sort of thing. That's what they were sort of going for.
Yeah. Which they do kind of get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the audition in this movie, Gosling and Emma Stone use their sort of ideas.
Yeah. Built around the actor.
Yeah. Other key cast members, J.K. Simmons, he had worked with on Whiplash, and then he announced Jessica Roth, Callie Hernandez, Finn Wittrock, and Rosamund DeWitt. So then they got their cast together. John Legend wanted to do this film because he wanted to work with Ryan Gosling.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah, that's cute. Mandy Moore is the choreographer for this film, and Mandy Moore is the long-term choreographer for Taylor Swift.
Yep.
Love that.
She's done a lot of work, especially if you noticed.
As they were doing rehearsals for this movie, Chazelle would do on sound stages every Friday night classic films, including Umbrellas to Cherbourg, which we mentioned, Singing in the Rain, Top Hat, which is one of your favourites, and Boogie Nights. So great LA films.
Yeah. Big, films also,
set in towns. How good's
and
that?
also very much an influence of the movie.
All right, let's go through Chazelle. Chazelle had come off Whiplash. He was a drummer and jazz.
Yeah, he loves jazz.
He loves jazz.
I think he makes it very clear in his movies. He loves jazz.
Yep. This being his only second film, he's gone on to do First Man, Babylon, and hopefully
a film.
He's doing a new movie with Daniel Craig, set in a prison.
We hope it continues on.
Hopefully. We've already talked about what Mark Platt's done. Linus Sandgren.
The
He's
cinematographer.
he's Swedish.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So he had a lot of Swedish stuff before he made it big with Gus Van Sant with Promised Land. And then he did American Hustle with David O. Russell, Joy with David O. Russell. He did La La Land with Damien Chazelle, this film. And then he went on to and did Battle of Sexes, First Man, No Time to Die with Carrie Jo Fukunaga. That is the last James Bond movie we've got.
Yep.
He did Don't Look Up with Adam McKay. That's a Netflix film. He did Babylon with Damien Chazelle. And then he's ripped off Saltburn, Jay Kelly, Wuthering Heights, and then he's done the new Dune Part 3 with Denis Villeneuve.
That is the craziest run right there.
That's a good run. That's a really good run. As I said, Tom Cross had worked with David Chazelle on Whiplash, and he has also done First Man as well.
Yeah.
Yep. How good is that? Right now, Justin Horowitz, great score for this movie. He's going around the world playing that.
Yes, in concert.
Yeah. He's done Whiplash, First Man, and Babylon, all for David Chazelle.
Of course, yes.
Yeah. Benji Pasek and Justin Paul. So they have done, so they're like a songwriting team.
Yes.
Dear Evan Hansen.
Yep.
Interested in that little
I'm
ditty?
not, but I know a lot of people love that musical.
Ronald Dahl's James the Giant Peach. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How good's that? The Great Showman.
Yeah. Big.
Yeah.
Huge.
They did music for NBC's Smash.
Yes.
They did the music for the crossover episode between Flash and Supergirl.
One of the best episodes I've ever watched on TV. Yeah. Let's make these two superheroes be in musicals.
Yeah. They're working on the La La Land musical.
Yes, the actual stage show.
Yep. They also did James the Giant Peach.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
They did the Only Murders in the Building song. Death Rattle Dazzle.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. So, you've got the great Damien Giselle putting all this movie together. Then you've got the cinematography, which is just unbelievable, Linus. Great editing by Tom Cross. You got the music by Justin Horowitz. You got Pascal and Paul doing the songs, and you got a great cast, and you get a great movie.
You get a great
movie.
movie.
Yep.
And you have some of these two actors as well. Emma Stone she's got 2 under her belt right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's it's the third any day now with how great she is as an actress.
Well,
and
she
hope and
started off
pray
in
Gosling
teen
gets one too.
comedies and,
Yeah,
Gosling
Easy
did
A
the same.
and such. And it's just they are our stars of the moment, They continue to be beloved by a lot of people.
What a great little film career that Ryan Gosling's had.
He's had one
up
that's
and down,
done some of the most interesting projects, and he continues to be I love that guy. As the Ryans, while there's many Ryans in Hollywood, he's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
And all of other people's too.
It would have been, I don't know, he's done such a diverse work, and finally now he's sort of he's seen as a leading man with what he's done this year with Project Hail Mary.
I know a lot of people are going back.
Yeah.
Some people are watching Nice Guys for the first time or checking out Fall Guy because they didn't give it a shot.
And now because,
just because they were
imagine if those movies came out now, I think they would be huge hits.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Guys.
Filming took place in LA. They shut down major roads and filmed at great iconic landmarks such as Rialto Theatre, the Grand Central Market, the Lighthouse, Griffith Observatory, which has been used in many great films, including Yes Man, starring Craig Jenkins. What a movie that is.
Okay.
Chateau Marmont, Watts Tower, Long Beach. Just 40 days it took to complete. 30 million was the budget.
It does feel like an LA love to Los Angeles movie.
It's one of the major characters. It'd be right up there with Gosling.
The third star.
Gosling, Stone, and
LA.
It's just unbelievable, isn't it?
It's very important.
Soundtrack, huge hit as well. We've got the record with the vinyl. It's a great vinyl. They've got some great songs on this, including Another Day of Sun. The only song that doesn't feature Gosling or Stone. City of Stars. Wow. The Audition. It's
Audition. Someone in the crowd. Yeah.
Wow. Just some good stuff.
It's not like a big song every 5 seconds. It's the perfect song for the perfect moment kind of thing.
This movie was filmed completely on film and used technology similar to CinemaScope, but CinemaScope is dead. They use Panavision, and there's a little nod to it at the start with the CinemaScope. But that technology no longer exists. which is a big shame.
Yeah.
You could actually watch this in IMAX. How good is that?
That is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Great box office reception. Original was going to come out early in the year, but then they moved it back. And that was a great decision. It would have got swallowed up by those, tentpole big movies such as Civil War and all that. But
it was good
December
at the end of the year, and so it had all that kind of like growth throughout Christmas and such. It did, yeah.
Reviews of the film.
Yes.
Peter Travers of Rolling Stone gave the film 4 out of 4 stars, calling it a hot miracle. Contemplating it is sometimes movies are just like a miracle. A.O. Scott of the New York Times praised the film, stating it succeeds both as it's a fizzy fantasy and a hard-headed fable, a romantic comedy, showbiz melodrama. The Guardian gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Great filmmakers such as Jonathan Demme, J.D. Hooplas, Paul Feig, Chris Kelly, Daniel Kwan, Rebecca Miller, Christopher Nolan, all love this movie. So they gave it huge praise.
Because, it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, now, there's some negative things about this movie.
Yes, of course.
A lot of people did not like the fact that Ryan Gosling, as a white guy, was trying to save jazz. And so
the man loves jazz.
Yeah. But there is a whole community, there's a whole scene dedicated to this. Keith, who was played by John Legend, said, "Mate, you're not here to save jazz."
What
and I think he's sort of like, what you're trying to save is something that doesn't exist, because jazz is always growing. It's revolutionary, and you're just playing the hits.
I think it's like it's a big joke in the fact that Ryan Gosling is the one talking about jazz this passionately,
and like he's saying, mate, you're selling out, and he goes John Legend goes, mate, you don't get jazz if you're thinking I'm selling out. Like I think it's all there in the movie as well. It was also criticized because Ryan Gosling tries to save Emma Stone's career in this movie with the Mia getting her to go to the audition.
Yes, just some.
I think they're trying to live each other's dream, make it sure that they live each other's dream. I think they're supporting each other. She poured him up on the fact that he's going away from what he wanted to do, and he's trying to bring her back to.
There's something about the relationship of he chose to get a career, even though it's not the one he envisioned for himself. He chooses to have that career because he wants to be a stable working partner in that relationship. And Mia is someone who wouldn't have, like, she was doing the exact thing he was doing, just living the day out. Hopefully, an addition gets her through, but he pushes her to see, just like she pushes him. They help each other kind of realize what they need to do in their life, which is what a relationship's supposed to do, push and pull. But where this movie takes it, it's just like, even by the end of it, in her fantasy, it's very clear that in her fantasy, he would that she was not really great in the relationship, because in her thought, if he never chose to have a career, he would never get his dream because he'd have to choose her over his dream. That's in her fantasy. It's like he's not, he wasn't wrong. He had to do that in order to have his own career.
I'm going to sort of disagree with you a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that fantasy thing was their joint fantasy.
No, I think it's hers.
No, I think it was a joint fantasy. This is why.
Sure, go.
I think that he knew that if he stayed with her, he would have to give up on his dream, and he wasn't willing to do that. And that's why the relationship was never going to work, because he wasn't willing to give up on his dream.
Well, also,
and
he was tied to a contract, but yeah.
Yeah, but he got out of that contract, babes.
He continued performing and then eventually got out of it.
He's out. But when he went and picked her up,
I will say the dream is like American Paris, and what happens in American Paris is Gene Kelly has a dream of their love story together.
Goes for 17 minutes,
and it's Gene Kelly, not Leslie Caron. It's him having the dream, and then luckily enough, she decides she wants to be with him. But in this movie, she's the one, it's from her perspective, because she gets to have her cake and eat it too, because the audition, she, like her one-woman show, which kind of flopped, in her eyes. In her dream, it was a sellout.
No,
Everyone was
but
there
in
for
that
her.
dream as well, he was there.
Yeah,
and
he
he
was there.
wanted to be there. So I think he and I think he rewrites the dream because he wanted to kiss her at the start. He regrets not kissing her at the start. Like I think it was.
Things aren't
I think
perfect.
it was a joint. I think it was a
I
joint
feel
dream.
like you're just living in the fantasy that they both wanted it, but it's like
They did
you
both want it,
can't
but
both have your cake and eat it too.
But babes, the knowing look at the end. We're skipping.
No.
We're skipping a little of this bit, but the knowing look at the end was we could have had that life, but we both chose others.
No, I think the knowing looks just like, I'm glad we got to have our dreams, like, and I love you, because that's the thing. They will always love each other, but they were just not.
I think
it
both of them.
wasn't- it
I think
wasn't
both
for
of them knew, babes. I think both of them knew that they.
I don't know. I couldn't see him wanting that and not wanting his dream. I just don't. I don't see him like.
No. He in that dream he acknowledged that he'd have to give up to be with her, and he didn't.
You're saying
He chose the club over her. That's what he did. He chose the
chose
club over her. Yeah, he did.
I don't know.
He was happy with that. He was happy with his life.
Yeah.
Hey, but the life taken is that dream.
What?
The life not taken is that dream.
Yeah. Well, I still think it's her dream, not his.
I think
That's from my perspective of watching the movie.
no. But what I'm trying to say is,
Yeah,
it was
your
both
perspective
their
is both theirs.
He gave up that dream for his real dream, which was to run that club.
Yeah, he was always going to run that club,
Yeah,
but he ran that club, and he called it Zeb's, and he did it not at the Van Beek.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But he's still doing his dream though.
Yeah, but he's doing it after the stuff she said to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he chose that dream over her.
Yeah.
He did. He 100% he did.
I'm not saying he didn't,
He did.
but I don't think he wants to live. He just knew it would have to part.
But that thing is their shared dream of what life could have been if he stayed with her.
Yeah, I'm saying you're saying that, and I'm saying it's not. But that's our opinions on the movie.
Well, I'm telling you, you're wrong.
Well, I'm not saying
Anyway,
you're wrong, and
let's
I'm not
go.
saying I'm right, but I'm saying that's how I see it when I watch the movie. Thank
Anyway.
you very much. Continue. Let's go on to the
No,
awards.
I'm trying to get onto the awards.
No,
You keep
you're
bringing it up.
not.
I am. I've got the awards page up here.
Oh, okay.
All right. So nominees: Best Picture didn't win. I wonder why.
No,
Warren Beatty said that they won.
It won for a couple
44
seconds.
44 seconds.
Yeah. No, it was a completely. It feels weird to think about it.
Yeah.
I have not seen Moonlight, so I can't judge. And
I've seen Moonlight. It's
I
a
have a
good
lot
movie.
of people have said. A lot of people love
Great movie.
Moonlight.
You know who's good in it?
Mahershala.
He's great in it. He's great.
I don't. I think I eventually will watch it, but
It's a great film.
it's very hard to find, to be honest. It's never on anything. Moonlight was kind of like almost like an underdog because the way they were celebrating La La Land. La La Land was effectively everywhere. Even when you watch that award show, it does a La La Land whole entrance to it because it's La La Land's the celebration of Hollywood. It's I don't know, it's kind of got echoes of A Star Is Born as well with the whole dream and tragic love story. It's got, it's like, oh, of course. But then Moonlight is just like what they were like, but that's.
But you got to
that's
remember
whatever.
what happened that year as well. Donald Trump got
There was
elected.
a lot of other things. Yeah, there was a lot of things other
Yeah.
than.
Yeah.
And I guess also the fantasy was about to pop. Yeah, like the bubble of living
Yeah.
in the fantasy was about to pop, and that's why sometimes movies are chosen for a particular year. And you'll
think-
notice it when we go through, like we've gone through a lot of movies that you're like, why did this win?
Yep.
It was like, well, at the culture at the time, this makes
Exactly.
a lot more sense.
Ryan Gosling was nominated. He got beaten by Casey Affleck for Manchester by the Sea. Emma Stone
Yep.
went her first.
She won. Yep.
Damien Chazelle, only American-born director to win in the 2010s. Everyone else was born overseas.
Wow,
There you go.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that.
First winner since
Vince Spinelli, you were telling me.
was for
Musical.
original musical.
Yeah.
But first, Catherine Bigelow in Hurt Locker, first American.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there was like double Inarritu wins. Yeah, it's like French director for The Artist. Yeah, it's
Yeah, okay, wow.
yeah. Winner was Linus for cinematography, definitely deserved it.
Yeah.
Editing for Tom Cross. Costume design, Mary Zofares. She was a nominee. Great costume design. The costume was a great character of this movie as well. Like the colours really popped on this, and the colours had a purpose in this movie, which it's great costume design when it does that. Justin Horowitz won for score. They nominees for best sound mixing, also sound editing. Nominee for best song for the audition, the Dreams, but the winner was City of Stars.
Yeah, of course.
Production design also won as well, which is a great production design of this as well.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
Normally on every Thursday we do a hot take, but now that's been replaced by We Interrupt Regular Programming, which we did House of Dragon, and we're looking forward to reviewing House of Dragon, also The Bear.
The Bear.
On Movie News. We Interrupt Regular Program. Hannah, what is your hot take for La La Land?
Hot take. I think...
Is your hot take that...
No, I don't want to bring that up. We're not bringing that up. I do want to say that I've noticed that I don't think Damien Chazelle should have ever made Babylon, because it's called... Directors have this bad... What do you want to say?
This is perfect. You know why?
Because yours is also that?
Because I'm going to take you down a alternate reality.
Do you want to hear what I want to say? Or?
Well, no, I'm going to give you mine, and then
mine's a little bit different. But
the alternate reality, if Babylon never gets made because La La Land wasn't a success.
Yeah, if La La Land was a success, Babylon doesn't get made. Yeah, that's true.
What if, of that year, The Nice Guys makes $400 million and La La Land makes 70, which is it's a profitable movie. It still gets nominated for the Best Picture.
You swap,
but Nice Guys, we get a different career from Ryan Gosling.
You swap Nice Guys with La La Land in the timeline in the
Zeitgeist.
La La Land goes up against Angry Birds, and so Nice Guys goes into the holiday period.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yep.
Yeah, and people.
And then it becomes
talk
like
about
a
it
huge
because
hit.
of Ryan Gosling.
You get 3 movies with Russell Crowe. It's a different career for Russell Crowe. It's a different career for Ryan Gosling.
Because you think we get sequels.
And we get Ryan Gosling leading man before that, because people see him as a leading man.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's a different career for Ryan Gosling if that movie's a success.
You eat up.
And everyone loves Nice Guys. Everyone loves it.
Oh,
I think
when everyone's rediscovered, the people that have gone back, they go, where was this gem? Yeah, it's this gem that no one watched.
And then we don't get Babylon. And then maybe Damien Chazelle, because I still think he wins Best Director, even if it's
he was a little bit in jail for Babylon.
So say if he wins Best Director but doesn't get the budget to do Babylon, he does smaller budget movies, and maybe churns out a few more.
Does he still make First Man?
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought.
He just still churns out.
First Man's, by the way, fine. It's actually pretty good.
Good film.
But it was just not really.
What if he does churns out 4 or 5 little films instead of a big Babylon, and then he's got to get out of
jail.
Director jail.
Yeah.
It's a different story, isn't it?
It is a different story.
And we get 3 Nice Guys movies.
I like the idea of having Nice Guys movies.
Wow.
Because I like this. I like
that
movie.
It's a different life, isn't it?
Yeah. And they can't, doing a sequel to Nice Guys, and Gloria Rice has kind of aged out of being the daughter.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So
maybe she doesn't go into Spider-Man if she does 3 Nice Guys movies.
Yeah, we don't.
I don't know.
We don't know what she's doing.
Okay, Hen, what's your hot take other than Damien Chazelle doesn't do that movie?
Well, that's the thing. It was like directors shouldn't go back and reheat their nachos. The reason I say this is I noticed this. We've just noticed this recently with Steven Spielberg. Is that a director really likes an idea. So Damien Chazelle does La La Land, which is an ode to old Hollywood. He has a love affair of jazz and Hollywood. Then he makes Babylon, which is a love affair to Hollywood and jazz, and falls apart, of course, because it's bad. It really is a mess of a film. But he was just, why are you making the same movie again but different? It's the same as Steven Spielberg just made Disclosure Day, which is Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but bad. It's the same as Scorsese comes back and does another mobster movie after he's already made some of the best mobster movies of all time.
Don't forget, you're burying the lead here.
Which director you want to bring up?
Francis Ford Coppola. He goes back to The Family with Megalopolis. We don't get that movie. We don't get that movie.
He did do that.
We don't get Into Club.
Yeah.
You'd miss that movie.
Yeah, we don't need those. We don't.
I think we do. I think we need Megalopolis.
Yeah, sure. Directors keep it just is sad because you don't have to. I know some people can't get these ideas out of their head, but maybe give it to someone else. I just feel like Babylon is a mess because he doesn't want to tread on the same footsteps he had before, but he's doing a bad version of Singing in the Rain, and it's just at the start you're like, this is pretty cool, and then of course when it gets to the second half you're like, he doesn't know what movie he's in anymore. And so I'm like, the man was losing, he was eating those nachos, and at some point there was some sort of poisoning in them, and he went crazy with the last act. If you've ever seen Babylon,
Okay. Oh,
and I just feel like directors give up. Once you make a movie, it's perfect. Never go back.
okay.
Never go back.
All right. I'm gonna zag you.
Yeah. What do you want to zig?
There's two things,
zag.
right? When a director's successful, you get a boatload of money, and you get you do your passion project. And so your passion project for David Zell was Babylon.
Questionable.
So when someone comes up with a truckload of money and they want you to make your passion project, sometimes it is reheated nachos. But the greatest version of reheated nachos you're forgetting.
Okay.
And
give it to me.
If we don't have this movie, maybe it's a different world. But the greatest version of reheated nachos is Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park. That's reheated Jaws. It is reheated Jaws.
Yeah, but I will say that one is
it's good.
is good, but also different. But then
no, it's not different. It's the same.
He does reheat nachos by going back to Indiana Jones for no reason.
Yeah,
and
he
puts
does.
in aliens. So again, he reheats the alien nachos. He's like, E.T. and Close Encounters were so good. Remember
But
those?
I will say, Steven Spielberg and Harrison Ford said to George Lucas, "Why are aliens in this movie?" So maybe it's a George Lucas problem, not a thing.
George Lucas has many issues that I will never go into because they're too many to count. But
Well, I could talk about La La Land all day.
I
But
could.
we need to get on to Pete and Hannah's review.
oh yeah, you want to do
Let's
that?
go to Pete and Hannah's scene breakdown, brought to you by Hannah.
Oh, that's right, baby. Our film starts in Los Angeles. It's winter, actually, but it looks completely sunny because it's Los Angeles weather. On the freeway in bumper-to-bumper traffic, a lady in yellow starts singing Another Day of Sun, gets out of her car, encouraging others to do the same. Everyone starts dancing in between cars, on top of cars, a band of instruments in a truck. Everyone's wearing vibrant colors, the yellows, the reds, the greens, the blues. Then when the music ends, everyone just gets back in their car. It's a big performance. We see Seb in a vintage-looking car with a tape player, rewinding the same piece of music, while Mia is in her car reciting lines for an audition. Seb actually honks at her and drives away because, she's not paying attention. Mia, we get to see Mia at work. She works at a coffee shop on the Warner Brothers lot. She tries to rush her audition, gets coffee spilled on her. At the audition, despite trying, she is ignored. Mia returns to her apartment, feeling dejected, and when her roommates want her to go to a party with them, she says no, but they start singing. Someone in the crowd. Mia then joins them at the party. She takes a moment alone at the party to sing a verse that's kind of like her want from the her I Want song. After the party, Mia leaves, walking through the streets to find a restaurant playing a beautiful piece of music. Now we cut to Seb earlier the same day. He sits and watches this place, Samba Tapa's place, from across the street. Returning to his apartment, he finds his sister who's trying to get him to, move on with his life. He's determined to stay on his course, thinking one day he'll own his own, little jazz joint. At his job as a pianist at a restaurant, he's forced to play on the Christmas music. Fed up, Seb starts performing his own tune. He then is fired, and Mia, standing, wants to talk to him to tell him how great that was, but Seb just brushes past her, not caring about her. It's now spring, and they're at a house party. Mia is mingling until she notices that same guy, Zeb, is performing with an 80s band. She requests the song I Ran. Seb talks to her talks to her after. He apologizes for the last time they met. He was a bit curt. But they end up both making fun of each other. And later, Seb actually helps Mia get her keys from the valet. While looking for Mia's car spot, they see a great view of the city as the sun is setting. Seb begins to sing, and Mia joins in, singing the duet, A Lovely Night. The pair even have a little bit of a dance-off and is then interrupted by Mia's phone. This is the issue I have just because she switches to dance shoes in the middle of this performance. And I just feel like in most musicals, they're just like already in dance shoes just for no reason.
Okay, you're forgetting one thing. One, you don't drive.
I'm not saying...
No. No, listen to me. You don't drive, right? Now, people, when they drive, they don't drive in heels because it's dangerous.
I understand that.
So they change into their driving shoes. So driving shoes are tap shoes.
Why do her driving shoes look exactly like his shoes?
Because it's a movie.
Okay. They find Mia's car.
Leave your comments below if you believe in Hannah's shoe theory.
I'm just saying, as a musical,
it's a good shoe theory. No, good shoe theory.
You can make the shoe look like it fits for the dress. You know, those do exist. They have a costume designer for a reason. Mia drives off, and Seb says he's actually not that far, but in reality, he ends up walking all the way back to the house because he's a gentleman and walked it to his car.
He likes her.
Yeah, that's where you get the first instance. At Mia's work, Seb shows up to see her. On break, they actually walk together through the lot, talking about themselves. Mia talks about her aunt, who was an actress. Seb talks about jazz, of course. And when Mia says she hates jazz, this is when he takes her to the Lighthouse, the jazz bar, explaining how important this music is and what is it all about, you know, mansplaining about jazz. Mia gets a call back from her audition, and Seb suggests they should see the movie Rebel Without a Cause after she'd never seen it. After parting ways, Seb takes a stroll to the pier where he's singing the tune City of Stars, which is one of your favorite bits of the movie.
I just like when he dances with that guy's wife and he knocks him. Yeah, so cute.
Mia goes for her audition only to be ignored once again. She's upset until she remembers she's going to the theater to meet Seb that night. While getting ready, her boyfriend shows up for dinner that they had planned with his brother. She forgot, of course, and Mia is at the dinner, not really focusing on anything until she hears music playing in the background. Seb waits for her at the theater. Mia hears the familiar tune, which is kind of like their theme that plays throughout the movie, and realizes where she actually wants to be. She runs to meet Seb at the theater. They sit down to watch the movie, only for the film to stop working before Mia and Seb get a romantic kiss. Not wanting it to be over, Mia has an idea, and the pair go to Griffith Observatory to spend a romantic evening together in the stars. And there's this really romantic dance sequence of them floating. It's very fantasy-esque musical, of course.
Great score.
It's summer now. Mia is working on a one-woman script. The montage of Mia and Seb together plays. It ends with them at the lighthouse where they run into Keith, an old buddy of Zeb's, who has a job offer. Later at night, Mia performs for Zeb, who says her play is great. She is amazing. Mia tries to get Seb to call his future jazz club Seb instead of Chicken on Stick, because no one wants to go to a club called Chicken on Stick.
Are you sure?
Zev starts to notice. This is when Zev takes a moment, you know, after she calls her mum and stuff. He looks at his place and he sees the cracks of him not going anywhere and her focusing on her career, that he decides to make a plan with Keith. So he goes to meet Keith. Keith has a new jazz band, wants Seb to be a part of it. This new jazz is different, which Seb just immediately dislikes, but is willing to do it after Keith's speech about jazz, where jazz is, you know, it's an ever-evolving thing. It can't just be stagnant. Can't be just doing the same thing over and over. Like,
yeah, and this is this is my point that I brought up earlier. Like
Having John Legend,
yeah,
like
John
someone who's
Legend's-
been in the industry. Yeah.
John Legend saying to Seb, "You're not saving jazz, babes. You're not the savior. Like
You're not someone like Xavier, baby.
jazz is always growing. People are always changing it." And like Seb says that earlier, he says like when they're playing the music together, someone takes over.
Yeah,
And
the way he's like, it's dying. And it's like, it's dying because there's, no one's going to the lighthouse to listen to jazz because
jazz has grown. It's in somewhere else now.
yeah, music is always changing. Back at the apartment, Seb sings "City of Stars" reprise with Mia, and Mia quits her job to focus on her play. Seb prepares to tour with the Messengers, which is the jazz band. It's now 4. Seb performs a show with the band. Mia watches from the crowd, surprised by it, because it's nothing like what he usually, listens to and plays. Like, it's not the type of music she's known him for.
Yeah, it's the over choreographed. It's the dancing. It's the lights.
Using other pianos. Yeah. Like, he has 3.
Just not
He
Seb.
has 3 different keyboards going at it. Mia, after traveling for a while, Seb shows back up to surprise Mia for dinner. It slowly descends into chaos after a fight begins about not being able to see each other, about Seb trying to do things people like instead of following his original dream. This kind of conversation, like the music is building and it stops, and then as soon as things are going wrong, the fire alarm kicks in, and it just, like, this relationship is on the outs. It is really upsetting. Mia leaves. Mia then is performing her show to a very low numbered crowd. Not many people showed up. Seb actually misses it due to a photo shoot, and he didn't even have the guts to say he wasn't there or to do anything about it. He just does the photo shoot. Mia is saddened that her performance wasn't what she thought. It wasn't this big hit. Seb goes to apologize after it's done, but she quits. She's done. She doesn't want to do this anymore. She just wants to go back, and she goes back home to her parents' house. Seb gets a call for Mia about a casting director that wants her. Seb finds her house, tells her about the audition. Mia says she can't do it, that it will be the final blow to her, and she's not good enough. Seb questions her, and he gives her the chance to make it to that audition tomorrow. The next morning, they go back together. The audition is built around the actress. Real movie magic moment here. So Mia tells a story about her aunt who lived in Paris. She sings Here's to the Fools Who Dream, as the camera only focuses on her in this moment. Sitting at the bench outside Griffith Park.
This is what she won the Oscar for. That scene.
Yeah, that scene.
She's brilliant in that scene.
Sitting outside the bench in Griffith Park, Seb and Mia talk about where they are in their relationship.
He says a good line there. He goes, "Where are we?" He goes, Griffith Park. Such a boy
Stating
line.
that they will always love each other, but their careers, their dreams are going to take them on different journeys. It's now winter. 5 years later, Mia is back on the Warner Brothers lot as an actress, while Zeb is at his jazz club. Mia returns home to see her husband and little girl, while we see Zeb just living alone. Mia and her husband head out for the night, decide to go to a jazz club after dinner, which is actually a really interesting moment because she doesn't hear the music. He does, the husband, and drags her along to the jazz club, which is like she married someone that was into jazz.
Because she married Shades from That Thing You Do, that's why.
Walking down the steps, Mia notices the sign that reads Zeb's, just like she designed for him. She is shocked looking at everything, and her husband finds him a seat to watch the live performance. Zeb gets on stage, notices Mia, and he utters, "Welcome to Zeb's." Trying to play it cool, you know.
I love the way you say Seb's. You say it 3 different ways. I love it.
I say it 1,000 ways. He then sits down to his piano, or he starts playing their tune. Mia then has, well, as you say, the fantasy moment. This is the American Paris
Okay,
moment.
all right. So I just
Where they
wanna,
leave out... What? What do you want to bring up?
I just want to say one thing when it comes to
This is the dream sequence moment.
yeah. So Damien
Of
Chazelle,
what? Yeah.
he said when he wrote this that while some dreams come true, others must be sacrificed. It's a rather than a tragedy, he viewed it as a bittersweet, hopeful realization that Seb and Mia crossed paths exactly when they needed to achieve each other's destinies, and this was if they chose not to choose their destinies and be together, they would have to give up. One or both would have to give up their dreams.
Yeah, both would have to give it. Yeah.
One or both. So,
Even though in the dream sequence she...
so let us know in the
she
comments
has.
below if you think it's Hannah, Mia's, or like me, joint. Because I'm all about collaboration.
I love his joint, but again, she gets to have a fantasy and he doesn't. All right.
He don't.
Oh, it's not that he can't have the fantasy of them being together. It just seems weird that in her fantasy, like everything's so happy for her. like again in Gene Kelly's fantasy. This is where they choose. Yeah, where they're together and they choose each other. A melody of the music starts celebrating their love. A fantasy. After the music finishes, Mia leaves. She and Seb share one last glance at each other, give each other a little nod,
And that
before
and
she leaves.
That was his. Yep. They both know they made it.
They
in
made
their
it.
way.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful moment. It actually, it gives me Star is Born because that's the same like shtick. Is the fact that one of them gives up themselves
Wow.
for the other one to have a dream. But this is a little bit less dramatic.
Slightly. Hannah, why should La La Land be on the AFI Redux?
I think it's just a modern recreation of the love of Hollywood, the kind of like movies we used to get, like the Singing in the Rains of the world. Musicals don't get a lot of love, especially original musicals. I would love having that on this list.
Mm-hmm.
I think Emma Stone is one of our most recent best actresses. She's getting up there. She's almost has 3 of them like the Streep, you know?
Yep. She's got like 7
an
nominations.
amazing woman.
Yep.
I think this film is a love for Hollywood, but also just say, look how far we've come. Like,
All right.
it's a really beautiful, happy film.
I'm going to play
also tragic.
I'm going to play devil's advocate because I agree with you that this movie should be on the list, but I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Okay, go for it.
Why do we need this film if we've got Singing in the Rain?
Ooh, okay. I think because Singing in the Rain, one, it's a comedy that celebrates the kind of golden age period.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you never need the movie Babylon.
Yep.
Celebrates that kind of that period, whereas this one is more of a celebration of, say, the later half of that 50s era of musicals. Because Umbrellas of Cherbourg is definitely an influence, like a strong influence.
Yeah.
For Damien Chazelle in this movie and a lot of others. So I feel like if that was the
American
beginning half,
Parasicles, yeah.
yeah, if you go Singing in the Rain was the beginning half, this was the later half.
Yeah.
And it kind of feels that. And also this one feels more like the romance drama, The Star is Born.
Yeah.
Whereas Singing in the Rain is definitely the romantic
Hannah.
comedy.
The real answer to this is you can have multiple things of the same
All
genre.
right. You were like, oh, it's a trick
No,
question.
but no, it wasn't trick question. I'm just saying for the people out there is Hannah's totally right. But you can have multiple things. We have multiple Godfathers. We have multiple war movies. You can have multiple,
true.
you can
Of
have
the same war.
Yeah, you can have multiple sames. You know,
Just,
You
yeah,
have
from a
Casablanca and Maltese Falcon on the list. They're the exact same movie.
No, they're not.
In my
Casablanca has the
the
stupid
noir,
romance
the
in it.
noir classics. Hannah, where did we watch this movie? We watched it on 4K.
Yes.
Would you recommend people to buy it on 4K?
Oh, yes, definitely. I know some people may not love La La
Mm-hmm.
Land, but I think La La Land's...
This is a
One of the best
certified
movies.
Pete and Hannah's watch. Would you recommend people to watch it?
Yes.
And will you watch this movie again?
Yeah.
And a rating for this movie?
It's an all-time classic. We put this on our number 1 of movies of this century so far.
Had to be on the list.
We love this movie, appreciate this movie. God, think about this movie. And it like you don't watch this movie for a while, and when you watch it again, you go, that's why.
Do you know what I love the most about this movie?
Yeah.
Is that we watch this movie so many times, and we have totally different views on how this movie is watched. That's what I love about movies.
Yeah.
That's what I love about movies. You can have totally different views on what the movie is trying to tell you, and no one's right except for me.
Son of a gun.
It's an all-time classic, and we love this movie. That is La La Land. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on La La Land, and what are your thoughts on
What on the fantasy aspect of it?
And
was it Mia's or was it a joint collaboration?
Yeah.
I think it was Mia's.
Okay. Next week, my choice, and I'm going to choose the classic movie. And you can watch this on Amazon Prime on subscription. It stars a great Cary Grant. And you know what this movie is called, Hannah?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, Hannah, it is from 1940, and it is a romantic comedy, His Girl Friday.
Ooh.
Man, what a movie. I love
classic.
that movie. Yeah, it's a classic. And, this movie walked so other great movies like Broadcast News could run and stuff like that. So this is a great movie, and I can't wait to talk about it next week on AFI Redux.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Hannah, for a great show. Thank you to the audience for listening and watching. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Long live cinema. And until we meet again, it's bye for now.
Bye.